Oh, there he is. Hey, Alfonso, you can unmute.
I'll mute myself. How's it going?
Hey, there he is, my man.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Alex.
All right. Well, Alfonso, how long have you been with us, Alfonso?
Right now, I've been. This is my fourth year.
Your fourth
Fourth
year.
year. Yes.
Yeah, man. And he's on the Levin Tovich team. Are you direct to Mike and Noel?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, direct to Mike and Noel.
Directed. Yeah,
Yeah.
directly.
So it's great seeing Alfonso in Atlanta with his daughter. And it was so cool to see him there. I was so glad to catch up with you. And it was like, oh, finally, because I asked Mike and Noel to send me your contact info, and I think they forgot about it because I've been wanting Alfonso to get on our calls. And Alfonso's a pretty consistent producer. And so I wanted to bring him on because he knows how to get it done. And so, how did Mike and Noel find you?
Well, actually, how it happened was that I answered an ad, and it was. I think it was in one of the either Indeed or might have been Indeed or something like that. And I answered it and went over to a meeting, hotspot, and they told me to come over for an interview. So I dressed up with my tie on, went over there looking all sharp. You know, when you go to an interview, you got to dress to impress.
That's right.
So I went over and I was asked to sit in the front. And I was wondering, I said, okay, let's see how this interview is going to go. And Noelle was doing the plan that night. And she had flew down from Kentucky, and we was in Doral, Florida, which is part of Miami, Florida.
Okay.
And that's that's part of about what happened. I saw it, and I realized that that was something that I've been looking for when they was talking about the commission, and they talked about residual and override. And I'm like, you get all of that? They said, yes. I was excited. I said, sign me up.
So,
Sign me up.
what did you do prior to getting involved with us in insurance as far as work?
I was in the school system as administrator for 30 years. 30 years
Wow.
taking care of kids and parents and teachers. And it didn't seem like it's been that long though, honestly. I was just totally blessed to be able to come out, and be able to still have that fire in me, wanted to do something else, and searching and saying, hey, I want to do something that I can have control of what I can do. Vacation when I want a vacation, travel when I want to travel. I don't need a boss. I didn't want a boss no more.
Absolutely.
I
So what
love.
so you didn't have any insurance background at all? Did you have any sales background at all?
Well, growing up, I always dibble dabble a little bit in this and a little bit in that. I've always been in the business field. I used to work for Public Supermarket when I first moved down from Miami, and I stayed with Publix for about 5 years. And then the Hurricane Andrew hit in 1992, and that's kind of threw a lot of different things. Everybody way down here in Florida. So I ended up going into the school system, and I was there until I retired. And education was my background, but I have a business degree and also a master's in leadership.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
that's pretty cool. But you had to start over, like not over, but you had to start new just like any brand new agent, right?
absolutely, absolutely. I like to say that when I started with Public Supermarket, has anybody been in the market grocery business? I came out of college with a degree, and went into Publix and I was bagging grocery and taking grocery out to people's cars, learning how to start from the bottom and work your way up. So when I got in this business, it was like it was nothing more or less. I didn't put my pride over who I was and what I was doing. Only thing I wanted to do was learn. I wanted to get educated. I wanted to be able to be the best at it. So I moved up in Publix in 6 months by working hard and learning, and that's why here today, I'm just working hard, learning from the best like you, Alex, and Mike and Noel and Andy and people like that. So
So when you
that's what.
got started, were you working primarily like direct mail leads? Were you like was did you like really get it when you got started, or did it take some time to get really acclimated to the sales process and all that we're doing?
Yeah, it really did because I had no idea what insurance was all about. I remember back in the day that my mom had a policy on her wall that she used to put money in when the insurance man came around. So, that takes you back a little bit
Yeah,
of time.
yeah,
But I had no idea. I thought I was going to be going, doing something like that. And I said, well, I don't care if I can get commission and residual and override. I do whatever it takes because I wanted to build a team. And I saw that from the beginning, but had to learn what to do and how to do it. So, I had no idea that, what I was getting into.
yeah. Um, so what was like the key thing for you? Like Mike is really big on calling from the home when you need help. Did you call Mike a lot to get help?
Well, when I first started, I didn't. And I got, I got a little bit of, I'm like this. I don't get offended easy. You can yell at me, you can do whatever, you can do, I'm just I'm a focused person. So if you tell me I need to do something and I see that it's working and I look at the person who's telling me that, it must be a reason. So I wasn't doing it at first. And then when I kind of learned that I needed to call from the home because, in my mind, it was like, I'm bothering him. I'm bothering him.
Yeah,
No, 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 no. Call from the home. And before you get there, let me know you're going in. Call from the home so I can help you with any objection, product, and then call from the home when you leave so I can coach you in what did go right, what didn't go right, and we can get it right in the next setting. So those was key things that I learned. And those are basic things, but sometimes as an agent, you feel that you're bothering somebody.
yeah. I
Yeah.
get that all the time. And it's
Yep.
like, this is my job, man. I want you to bother me.
I had an agent call me from El Paso, Texas, and he was like, I don't want to bother. I said, this is my job. This is what
Yeah,
I want to do. I want to help you win. I want you to
yeah,
win fast. Yeah, you're gonna make mistakes, but I want you to win. Please call me. I did the
yeah,
same thing.
yeah. We
So
have
you
this
can tell
thing.
your story.
Yeah, we have this thing called fail fast, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
Fail
Fail fast.
fast.
Yes, absolutely.
So, did you start making sales right away, or did you go through a period where you're still just trying to figure it out? How long did it take you to start getting into some kind of groove?
Well, I remember, and I just revisit my first client last week, but I've always talked to her because her birthday is the same day of my birthday, which is April 20th.
Oh, wow.
And tough it was a tough situation that I was trying to help her with her need, but I think I was trying to sell her. When you first start, you're selling, you're not building relationship and things of that nature until
Yeah,
you learn to build a relationship first. And she wasn't going to let me help her.
yeah.
And actually, I walked out of the house. And I called when I got in my car, and Mike said, "Go back in there." I'm like, "What?"
Really?
I'm like, I'm out the door. I got to go back in her house. And she was giving me a hard time, man. She was giving me a hard time. So I'm like, is this really what I want to do? I'm talking about that was a biggie. And I think we laughed about it the other day when I went to see her.
Yeah.
And you know, her and I love on each other right now. She's 80, I think she's 82 years old.
Wow.
And she's had her policy since I, you know, helped her out with it. And we have made good friends. Let me tell you, really good friends. Her birthday, like I said, was the same day of my birthday. And
That's cool.
the only way that I got her to loosen up is that she wouldn't give me her license. She wouldn't give me a checking account. She wouldn't give me her social security. Has anybody ever heard of that before? Hey, I've been there, done that, brother. Let me tell you. But I told her, I went in my pocket and had my license. And I said, you know, here's my license. And she looked at my license. She saw my date of birth. She said, your date of birth is the same as mine. Bing. Everything starts to fall in place. And she loved me ever since.
Oh, that's so cool.
So the story, you know, is that you just keep going at it, just trying to build a relationship with a person because they fill that paper out for a reason. And I always think about it now when I go see people. That was a need. There's a need, but I just got to get to that why.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Their why. That's cool. So, like when it comes to schedule, how long did it take you to kind of figure out that you needed to be on a regular schedule?
Well, that's a good one. That's a good one right there because I've heard it in all the meetings I've gone to, hotspots, and everybody talks about their calendar. Get on a schedule. You know, get on your schedule. My schedule now, I can't live without this right here. Let me tell you, my schedule from this to my Google Calendar, everything right immediately goes on it because if you don't get on it, and I wasn't on it. I wasn't on it. I was trying to keep it here. And it don't work. You got to write it down so you can see it, so you can stay on it and always keep your schedule to your I said keep on your schedule what you have on it. And if it's not on the schedule, you don't do it.
That's right.
Stick with it, stay on it, and schedule yourself. I had my schedule planned to come to Atlanta, and I was so surprised to see you, Alex. I was jumping with joy because I always wanted to talk to you, and you know you're such a cool guy, man. Let me tell you, I want to be like you when I grow up.
You're very kind.
Yeah, let me
It
tell
was a
you.
treat for me too.
Yeah.
You know, it was a treat for me as well.
Yes,
And
sir.
well, that's cool. So, you know, so what is your schedule? So what do you try? What's your objective every week in terms of how many appointments and what kind of schedule do you want to run every week?
Well, my schedule Monday, I'm dialing. I'm dialing for at least for 2 days for about 20 appointments. That's what I'm shooting for 10 on Tuesday, 10 for Wednesday. And that's what I go with. And usually I can bang out about 10 to 12, maybe in a couple hours because Mike usually have me dialing. And when you dial for your team, the pressure is on you.
Yeah,
It's on you. It's on you to produce. And it's a good thing because you get in a habit every morning at 5 minutes to 10 minutes to 8. I'm on the Zoom. I'm the first one on it. I'm the first one on it. Sometimes other people try to beat me on it. They are at 10. If they go at 10 till, I go 15 till. And I'm waiting on the Zoom to open up. You know, I'm like, hey, your Zoom not open. It's 7:45. I'm like, okay, so
so explain to everybody what you're speaking about with Mike's Zoom calls.
well, we have a big group just like this, and every Monday and Thursday we do our call. new agents, agents that's been around for a long time, or a few years or whatever, and we edify each other by getting it on the Zoom and making dials, and so people can listen to us. We make mistakes. We get the callers that don't want to talk to us. We get to they hang up on us and things like that. We learn how to redial. We learn how to keep going. It's just a really good family atmosphere. So someone else can text you and say, "Hey, great job," "Hey, you did a great job today. Hey, thank you for leading the team." Those little nuggets kind of help you continue to build your skills, and it's uh, it's just rewarding, really.
So Mike, what Mike tries to do is he lets one person unmute. Is that correct?
Yeah, he lets one person like myself, if I'm going to do the dials that day, I unmute myself and everybody hear me. And I, turn my speaker up. And just like I'm talking now, everybody can hear me. And I have the person that I'm dialing is on the phone. I have that turned up so everybody can hear that person.
That's cool. Yep.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And how many people would he have on the Zoom? Because everyone on the Zoom call, all are also dialing too,
Yeah.
right? Kind of the people that are listening are the new agents. They aren't really dialing, but they want to hear. And then, but what's neat about the Zoom call is that, everyone can see everyone else on the phone, hitting it. And, they obviously mute out, like if Alfonso's doing it, they'll mute so they can't hear it, but everyone sees everyone talking on the phone. Kind of gives it's kind of a boiler room almost effect where it's not boiler room per se, but I mean you get to see everybody else is working just like you are, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then Mike, does he keep a leaderboard? Like he publishes like who's got how many appointments and stuff?
Yeah, that's cool. That is really cool. Yeah. He keep a leaderboard. So at 2 o'clock, the whole team come together and we do what we call a debriefing. And I think they use that in the military a lot,
Yeah.
whatever debrief. I haven't been in the military, but we go back through the calls that we have we've done. We have two people that do the call that day. One is what we call 8 a.m. to 10, and then we have one from 10 to 12.
Okay.
Usually the 10 o'clock is from the East Coast, for 2 hours different. And then they'll come in. So it'll be 8 o'clock on their end and it'll be 10 o'clock on the East Coast time.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And we do a team rally debriefing. And he asked me, what was the takeaway today? What was one of the calls that I really kind of took away from, to help me, grow and whatever. Then you kind of explain to them about the client, what happened, and you went through the objection to get the appointment. And it's pretty cool. And then, we go through our numbers. How many dials did we do? How many contact? How many appointments did we do? Things like, things of that nature,
Well,
but
cool.
we all shooting we all trying to get to the top.
Yeah.
Competition. Yeah.
So so your objective is to get 20 appointments booked for Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you come back? Does Mike do it on Thursday also? The Zoom
Yes.
call Thursday too?
Yes, okay. He do.
And do you attend that one too, or is your objective just 20 appointments a week?
No, that's just Tuesday and Wednesday, and then I'm shooting again for Thursday. I usually will not dial. He give the opportunity to someone else, and I'll dial, but I'll start off early in the morning by just listening, and then I'll go into my dials myself, and I'll cut the volume down, and then I'll start dialing, and just go at it and try to get as many as you can, and try to get 20 again.
Yeah.
I just keep pushing. Today was a long. It's always on Monday. It's always we just finish a meeting ourselves at 7, so we're pretty busy. Kind of stay connect with everybody.
Yeah, that's great. That's
Good.
great. So, uh, so when you, so how many leads do you really need every week to book 40, to attempt to book 40 appointments a week? Your objective? How
Well,
many?
I have a GMR set up, and I get about 20 to 25 leads a week, and I filter those in with the leads that I have not used the prior week. And you're looking at 25 a week, so I'm doing about 100 a month, pretty much. Um, when I started off, I wasn't there. I wasn't there at all. I get a lot of A lead, which is direct mail, final expense, and they work out real good for me.
So, so the direct mail final expense, you got a GMR about 20, 25 a week. And so are you, like, when you measure your premium from those leads, are you running that, $1,000 per 100 kind of benchmark that Andy talks about?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, you're writing 1,000 per 100 invested in leads.
Right.
So
Right.
20 to 25, approximately how much does that cost you?
It costs me about somewhere around 600, 650, 650,
Okay.
650 a week.
And what are you averaging every week on, your just ballpark?
A ballpark a week around, between 6 and 7,000. And I paid 600, 650 for the leads. So
Yeah.
that's AP. So um, I feel pretty good. I want to do better. I want to do better. I want to do better. My goal is a lot higher now. Honestly, I can see it. I can feel it. And I sometimes I can't go to sleep at night. I just want to.
You want to hit
But
it.
yeah, I want to hit it. But I want to. My goal now is to teach others.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Building a team.
teach others ability.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So direct mail final expense. So do you ever work in other types of leads like bang bang leads or the integrity marketing instant leads, or you just kind of really, you're just grooving on the direct mail final expense?
I I like the direct mail final expense, but I will sprinkle in bang bang leads or other leads when I don't get a full run of my leads as of 2025, and then I'll look for bang bang leads, or I'll look for direct with integrity or wherever I can get them.
Okay.
But I have a resource that I know that I can go to and get more leads.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Particularly if your entire GMR is not filled. So how many counties are you working?
Well, honestly, I'm in. I have clients in North Carolina.
Okay.
I have clients in Georgia. I have clients in Alabama. Those are all from referrals.
Oh, wow.
Referrals that I've gotten and helped one family member, and the other family members has shared the information with others. But the county that I really, really work in is Miami-Dade County.
Okay. That's a big county, isn't it?
Yeah, it has 4 sections here. There has a north, south, a mid, a mid, a mid. They call it a mid, but it's pretty big. It's really
Yeah.
big. It's
So
really big.
what Alphonso's referring to is that they'll split up a large county so that you can get a little bit more centralized in a particular area of a county that's large. Like, Harris County in Houston is huge. Cook County in Illinois is huge. So they split it up in sections so that you can target areas that you want to work. Well, that's cool, man. I love it. I love it. So for agents out there that are afraid to invest in leads, or, you know, uh, the direct mail, I've always liked direct mail. What are other reasons why you like direct mail? To me, having an actual lead that they filled out, it's easier to door knock those, aren't isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is very, very easy. And a lot of time you find that everybody got situation going on, in their life, and they need help. And unfortunately, they're not answering the phone, and either they're out of town or they got a doctor appointment that you're just missing them every time you call it. And, you just take that lead and go to the door.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how it works.
So what do you say at the door when you door knock?
Well, I have my lead and I just knock on the door, and then they come to the door. I'm smiling. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, my name is Alphonso, and then I have a badge with my license on it,
Yeah.
and I show them my license badge and say I'm with the state, and with the Miami-Dade County, resource office here, and you filled out this lead here, and I wanted to make sure that you get this information. And they said, huh? I said, yeah. I said, this is your name, right? I said, this is your age. Oh, yeah, I remember. And then I start making my way in the house. Then I just lean in.
Really?
You
lean
lean
in?
in. You say, okay, I got it now. Just lean in a little bit. And, I just walk in and then just have a conversation, hey, where they from? How long they been married? I like the pictures on the wall. I just warm them up a little bit and build a relationship before I start talking about any insurance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That is very cool. So of the door knocks, how many homes are you able to get inside on door knocks?
My personal thing is that I usually do my calls. I do a lot of my
Yeah.
calls in connection. But when I do not have a book of 20, I'm going to the area. So I say out of every maybe, if I got maybe 5 out of 5, I'll get into about two,
Oh, that's
two homes.
awesome.
Yeah, two homes.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's great. Those are great numbers.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, think about it. Like if you don't door knock, think about the homes you're not getting into just because you
Right.
don't, right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And then, if they're not there, I use a yellow sticky. I got a little yellow sticky that I put on the door.
Yeah.
And
What do you put on the yellow delivery notice?
yeah, the yellow sticky, I just put on there the address. I put the time. And then I put on the corner over there, it says first temp, second temp, third temp, or what, a final one. I just do the final one, final attempt. And boy, they get their attention quick. And then down at the bottom, I put my name. I just put Alfonso, and then I put my phone number. That's it. I don't put address. I don't put their name or none of that on there. Just the address.
Yes, keep it
The time
simple.
you came by. Keep it simple, and you scribble it, so that
Yeah.
you're in a hurry.
Yeah. What's great about so gang, you can buy those delivery notices at the NAA store, at the Alliance store, and they're really cheap. They're like little sticky pads,
Well,
like
three bucks.
yeah, the little sticky pads, and you just stick them on the door when you get no showed or if you're door knocking.
Yeah.
And we've got a high rate of return calls from those. So
Yeah.
definitely recommend
They're
it.
really good. Really good to have.
That's very cool, dude.
Yeah, I
So
actually had a sorry for interrupting you. Actually had her son-in-law called me. That worked. So I scheduled one for the Saturday, February 17th. It worked. Hey.
Yeah.
yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome,
do.
Steve. Good job. Steve's
do.
one of our new agents, and he's
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
but sorry if
getting out there.
it's an honor to be on the call with Alfonso and you, Alex. Do you fill my name or the customer's name?
I don't put the name on it. I just put
But it's
my
supposed
name.
to be. It's supposed to be in their name, right? Oh,
Yeah.
it's my
Well,
name, right? Is it the
well,
agent name or
it's
the
your
customer
name.
name?
Well, the first part of it. Let me get one right quick. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got one.
Yeah, I left it in my car.
Yeah, this is it here. If
Yeah.
you can see it, a little sticky note there,
Mm-hmm.
and you see it. It says address. the first thing it says their address, right?
Correct. Yeah, I
And then
fill
you
out of all of it. Yeah.
just put the address there, you know, delivery date and time, and then down here at the bottom, where right here on the side, see where it says in the side, it says final
Yeah.
attempt. That's
Get their
always marked
attention.
final.
Final
And
attempt.
here I put my name, and then I put my phone number. And I just stick it right on the door. When they open the door, they'll see it. Yeah, these are really good.
That's cool. So
I
when they
use them
call
every
you
day.
back, like they call you back, and you don't you sort of remember them, but you don't. But like, what do you usually say to them when they're calling you back?
Well, first of all, on the lead, I always put yellow sticky.
Okay. Okay.
So if I'm out in the field, someone call me, I go right to my page. I'm gonna get them.
Yeah.
I go right to my page. So you got to remember, someone calling me. Oh, I go through because you know my office is set up in my car, so I'm looking at my leads. I'm like, oh, yellow sticky. Hey, Alex, this is Alphonso, man. I just left your house, man. Hey, I had that package that you had filled out, and you sent it in, the information. And this is about the state regulated program that you wanted to make sure that we get those benefits to you. I'm your case workers, and I was out in the area. I wanted to make sure you get it. So I'm right around the corner. I'm coming back over there to get you that package, okay? Boom. And they say, yes, no. So they wonder what package they're getting. So I'm the package. I go right over there and deliver it.
I love it. That's good stuff.
It's cool.
Wow.
It's cool, man.
That
Have
is
a lot of fun.
That is awesome, man. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. So I'm going to open up for questions. Anyone have questions for Alphonso?
Yeah, I got a question. It's been my first door knocking. It's been a good journey. However, those what I was gonna say for the should come up with the good questions. Obviously, what's the questions I should ask when the door knock? You know, you mentioned I like the patch thing. I just go ahead and bring because I don't want to take my purse out. I like to with the clipboard, bring the lead, and also my business card that shows the versus the patch, and you know, like you said, knock on the door. First thing you gotta do is just smile. And in my approach, my name is Steve. I'm from the Senior Benefits Center. Really, just getting back to you about the form that the postcard that you sent in. As you can see, that you filled it out. So for the state for the state life insurance program, so final expenses. Really, my job is just to get that information out to you. And I wasn't sure if you do have at this moment 20 minutes, or would you like to schedule it?
So Alphonso, you just try to get in there, right?
Yeah. So Steve, that approach is good, but what we want to do is that we want to go in, and when you ask them for permission, you don't ask for permission. Am I right?
That's
you
right.
don't ask for permission. See, they have filled it out already. They know they need help. So your simple job is to take it to them and say, hey, I'm coming over. I have your package. It's not that, would you like for me to come over? I'm coming over. I have your package. And then, you know, we're going to hang up and I'm going to bring it over there because I left the yellow sticky and they called me back. So I want to make sure the urgency of getting that to them is important. So that's what I do. I go over there and I meet them and I smile and I say, hey, I got your package. Just take 5 or 10 minutes of your time and I want to go in. So I'm wiping my feet off, or, you know, to kind of, you know, rubbing my feet on the rug and saying, hey, you know, I'm going in. So I got to go in and sit down, you know, and talk with them. And that's basically it.
So this one right here, this was, let me see right here. This was door knock, household, moved in. Okay. So what kind of leads are you knocking on doors with? Are you knocking on doors with the rework too? Because This is a new household moved in. What are you knocking on the doors when you having leads?
I got final expense, and I have, all different ones. I got A leads. I got what we call old leads. Any leads that are leads, and they got a name on it. It doesn't matter if it was a new lead or old lead. If the person has not had anyone to come over from our office and has acknowledged that, I got one person in the area that her and I work the area. And if they call her name Mercedes, I know Mercedes and Gus, they actually was my team down here. And I know if she goes into a house, she's going to clean up.
Yeah.
You just confidence that she don't leave anything on the table.
Yeah.
You can trust me on that. So sometimes it works that you can go behind them, and they might like you a little bit better than they like them. I don't know the relationship, but you try, and be nice and try.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything work a little bit.
That's all right. Everything works a little bit, but it's way easier to have a filled out form to show them that they're handwriting,
Mhm.
So yeah, that's good stuff. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Who else got questions? We're
One
coming
more
up.
question. If nobody has a question, what is your best answering objections on? I already had an agent. I'm not interested.
Wow.
Or
Yeah, I said, hey, wow, that is amazing, and I understand what you're saying, but I tell you what, we got 40 different companies, and all of these companies are different. And I know that maybe an agent came by, but if I'm not there and I'm talking to them over the phone, I'm going to try to change the subject and go to, are you still living at the 12344 South Avenue? My thing is to change their mindset of what they're thinking about and moving. We call it AIM. Acknowledge, okay, ignore it and move on. So you don't let them. It's kind of like Andy said, a question game. Asking questions and keep asking questions, but don't fall into what they're talking about. You want to get this information to them. I understand. And are you still at the address, or is your age is 58? You try to ask another questions to kind of throw them off, and they don't know what you're doing. And
yeah, it's pretty funny how Paige Higdon kind of taught. Actually, she's on our training website that talked about the AIM process, and all you have to do is go back to the lead and just restate the lead. So your name is Joe Smith, right?
Yeah.
It's so funny when they're going to feel compelled to answer the question. Well, yeah, this is Joe Smith, and I have your age here is 67. Now you're still 67, right? Okay, great. They have me coming out to your area so at such and such a time. My job is to get this information to you, then I'll get out of your hair. What you do with it is up to you. My job is just to deliver this information to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then go for the booking. I mean, you can restate the lead a whole bunch of times, and all of a sudden you booked an appointment.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Mm-hmm.
That's pretty crazy.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Well, Alphonso, man, I
you.
appreciate you, dude. You're one of those rocks out there in our organization. I appreciate, all that you're doing, and the fact you're building a team too. So good stuff. So we got some new people on here. They're just getting started. They haven't got any leads yet, or maybe some have started, with some leads. What would be your advice to the new people out there?
I would share with you, anyone that is new, listen to your upline. Just stay close to your upline. If your upline asks you to do something, and just try to learn and listen and do what they ask you to do. They want you to be successful. And being successful is that you just got to just hang in there with them, ask questions, and go to work. We call, leads, communication, and work.
Absolutely.
So, those are just simple things that you can do. And if you do those three things there, I've learned from Mike, it works. I'm excited in the morning. I gotta hit it in the morning, and I got my day planned out for me. So we're looking for good things to happen. Look, every day is a good day. Every day is a good day. As long as you can wake up and look up and go out and help people and serve people, it's a good day.
Absolutely,
That's it.
man.
It's a good day.
Well, Alfonso, you're very special to us in the organization. We appreciate you, and for you setting the pace and doing the things you're doing, man. So thank you so much. I know the team appreciates your advice, and so thanks, dude. Appreciate you, man.
Alex, thank you so much. And I thank your team for allowing me this opportunity to speak to you all. And thank you all so much. And all good, and be successful. I'm looking forward and seeing you all at the View in Denver.
That's right.
And let me tell you, let's talk. Let's talk, and something that you may say to motivate me, and I can help and do the same thing, and we can grow together.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Right, man. Alfonso, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for plugging in. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you
God
all.
bless. Let's
God bless
do it.
you. Okay.